Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And here's the 6-year man, Austin Ekeler. Past the 20 for a short gain, second down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Right to the air is Rush. And that is incomplete here.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. To throw is Rush. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rush. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Crowder. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go!
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And some room to run now. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. They'll run with Dobbins.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Dobbins, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Rush's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking he could be a 1st-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd and inches, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
76 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Gone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Elijah Moore,
his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Rush. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Rush to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rush. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Rush. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
It'll almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
The Cowboys at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Goff. And connecting here with DJ Chark.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 46.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
First down, and they stick with Ekeler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rush. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Ekeler now between the tackles. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Rush. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Rush. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
140 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now a first down throw. Goff. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up the blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Ric Flair.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's got his tight end Fant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one goes for 36 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again is Goff. Man open, here is Crowder. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it is 28-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Rush's throw here complete to Kelsey. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and 2, rush. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Rush.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rush. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Off play action. Rush. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Gone. quick slant, caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins,
A 3-yard touchdown run.
and the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down. Rush.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Rush's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Boyd, 30 yards.
And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24.
The score, Cowboys 34, Commanders 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
43-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory.